and today we'll be looking at one of my long-awaited action figures and one of my favorite characters from the 90s that receives his very own action figure in kind of a live action form. That's right, we're going to be taking a look at Buzz Lightyear with his Alpha suit by SH Figuarts, and boy is he looking awesome. Let's take a look at features and poses and accessories that he comes with in our very own space station for Buzz.
Super Dave here with another Super Dave review. This is the Super Dave Special Review.
Thank you for joining Super Dave for this special review. We're going to be taking a look at Buzz Lightyear and see what all the hype is about. This one's going to be exciting. Let's bust him out of his plastic prison and check him out. It is now time to take a look at this awesome action figure. So now let's first look at Buzz Lightyear's accessories. Our Buzz Lightyear, first of all, comes with 4 sets of hands. First of all, these gesturing, relaxed, open palm style hands. Pair of trigger finger hands. Also pointer finger hands. And tightly balled up fisted hands that he comes equipped with. Buzz also comes with his Rascal Blaster, complete with a holster that will peg into the side of his leg, as well as his laser blade, which also comes with a holster that will attach to his back. And he comes with his gauntlet laser gauntlet, which will attach to his forearm, slide right on, which is really cool. He also comes with his swoosh visor that will attach to him, which is really cool, as well as a stand piece that will help hold him up. It does not come with the stand itself, but this attachment that will attach to a stand. It's a shame they did not include a stand with this figure, but he also comes with his jetpack, complete with his wings as well, which will show you how all that looks and works on our Lightyear Alpha suit Buzz. And let's not forget his final accessory, which is his alternate head, which is really awesome, more reminiscent of the classic Buzz Lightyear head with that sloot, I believe they called it, type attachment over his hair, over his head, and that will plug right in. We'll take a look at him with that equipped also. So awesome. Now let's take a look at our Buzz Lightyear's articulation. And let's bring our Buzz Lightyear on in here and take a look at this awesome head sculpt. I am just so impressed with this really nice head sculpt, the shading, even the hair. SH Figuarts sometimes messes up their hair with some gold looking mess, but this looks pretty accurate. I've not seen the movie myself yet. I'm waiting for it to come out on Disney Plus, but I think that this is an excellent head sculpt based on the trailer and the other photos I have seen or pictures I've seen of the movie version of this Lightyear figure and character. But his head, first of all, will look up. Check this out. That much. That is just incredible. As you can tell, his head is on a ball joint, as well as his neck piece is on a ball joint. So you get double the pleasure, double the fun. Let me just ask a question right here and now. As a Superman fan, why can we not get a Superman? Mafex, whoever, why can't we get a Superman action figure with this kind of flying head pose? I mean, with all of this going on, hair and, pieces and everything everywhere, and if he can get that far up, why can't a Superman? Anyway, all right, I digress. He can look up a lot. He can also look down a lot. Awesome. He's also able to get all kinds of cool, neat poses with that head. He'll go side to side. He can look up to the left and up to the right. I mean, he can go any direction that you want. It is just really cool. I mean, just check that out. He is just awesome. Check out this here. Talking about some expression. Yeah. Check me out. Like those blue eyes, they look good. I mean, that is just so nice. This head sculpt is super amazing. This Super Dave review. He can even take a nap in his own helmet there. All right. He is looking awesome. I mean, just take a look at that. I mean, he can do anything. He can like, let me see. Look at this. Okay. All right. I mean, he can just do anything with that head sculpt. It's just awesome. And see the way that little piece kind of fits in there? It kind of keeps it so that when you turn his head, see, it's like a guard, so it doesn't move the neck all around in a weird way. So that was just genius. I love that. That is just really good. Okay, enough about the head. Moving on to the arms. First of all, this little shoulder pad is on a separate joint, so it will slide right on out of the way, away from the shoulder. That reveals your butterfly joint, which will go back and forth, forward and back, as well as up and down some. You can see that, so he will be able to cross over some, not an enormous amount, but that butterfly joint will allow him to cross his arm over a pretty good amount. You may be able to touch his button there. And so you can shift that right back into place. Also, when you move that shoulder pad, he's going to be able to strike the 90 degrees. Matter of fact, if you shift that down and then up just a little better than the 90 degrees there, just a slightly bit more, not much. Of course, he will get all the way around 360. Let's go ahead and move that shoulder pad back in place, and you'll see that he has bicep swivel, which is awesome, as well as a really nice double jointed elbow. So that is great. Gets good range there. Look at that. I believe he'll even be able to scratch his own head. That's excellent. Or hold a phone or talk in his communicator, which that's one thing that I wish that they had added the little door here for him to have a communicator. Man, it'd be nice to figure out a way to add that, but where it would flip up. Almost looks like the joint is there, but it's not. It's just the lines, the details. There's excellent detail throughout this figure, if you can see that. Throughout this figure, just the lines and everything that he has is just excellent. Great detail work all the way around in this figure. Excellent, excellent, excellent looking. Clean paint job. You can see that butterfly joint coming out right there. Excellent. Just the details even on the shoulder pad here. I mean, just really good all the way around. It's just awesome. Awesome, awesome. Of course, the wrist, there's a little peg here. Tiny little peg, little hole there. But it is, you know, where he can go all the way around and up and down in any way that he wants. Just hindered a little bit by the bulk of the, you know, wrist area here, gauntlet area. But you're going to be able to get what you need there, but do believe. Now, technically, there is a little bit of swivel here, but mainly you're going to want to depend on that bicep swivel. And there's just excellent range here across the board with the arms. I'm very impressed, very thankful that he's so well designed. And I will say this, the design of this character from day one, even back in the 90s when he starred in Toy Story 1, but you know, the way they designed this character, all of his joints are just automatically well hidden. Case in point, his diaphragm here. Let's go ahead and move these arms out of the way and we'll show you this upper diaphragm here. Goes back and forward, side to side, even swivels here. Then at the waist, also you get another back and forward, side to side, as well as swivel. So when you combine those two together, check this out. He's able to crunch forward really well. And then if you go back, he's able to bend back really well. So that is just excellent. Excellent articulation with this. Now this side part of his upper diaphragm does hit that pelvic girdle piece going side to side, but then you can kind of move it that way, and he's going to be able to get some that way. So that's really nice. That's good. Excellent, excellent articulation with the upper body all the way around, in my opinion. I think it's great. I'm very impressed. Now, moving on to the legs, show you that he's able to get just about a full split. Not quite, but I mean, that's good enough for a Buzz Lightyear. I mean, that's excellent, I do believe. And then there is no drop down method here, but he does have great hidden thigh swivel there. Isn't that awesome? He'll kick up better than 90 degrees there. He'll even kick back a good amount there. And so you're going to be able to get some great running poses and that kind of thing. Going on to his knee here, you're going to get double jointed knees, which will go all the way back. And so that is an excellent knee joint, and it's well hidden there, well articulated, looks good. Going on to these feet, now this is where it really gets interesting and impressive, because this is where your drop down method is. It drops way down there. Can see up in there, it'll go up and then it'll drop all the way down. Now this is going to allow you to go up about that much, a really good amount up. He's going to be able to go down, not quite tiptoe, but that's really good still. And then with that drop down method, you're getting excellent rockers and nothing gets in the way. That is really nice. And then you also are going to be able to shift it back and forth. And then that shows you also a toe articulation. And also, let's go ahead and look at the treads on the bottoms, because there's some detail there as well. And so just bravo on that foot articulation. That is just excellent, excellent, excellent. And even in this part right here, there's some swivel in that thigh cut there. So you're going to be able to get like a ball joint even up in that thigh leg. So that's an added articulation that this guy has there. It's not just swivel. It doesn't pull out, but it does swivel like that, or I should say rock and move fluidly there in that joint in the upper thigh. So that is just awesome. So that rounds out his articulation, and he is just packed. He is packed to the gills, and he is awesome looking. And so now let's try on some of his accessories as well as his other head sculpt, and check out also his swoosh visor. Taking a look at this second head sculpt, if you'll notice, you pop the entire neck and head off of the joint, and then you pop a new neck and head joint right into that. You can see it down in there, pops right on. That is more of a serious looking Buzz face, like, okay, I'm ready. All right, now the cool thing about this is you can also, once you get the position you want with the face, let's go ahead and say you want it like that, or let's even do back like that, you can pop out these little pieces here. See them right there? Set it back here. Move his head just for a moment. Fingers are big, but you pop out those little pieces right there. Go ahead and position your head where you want to. Make sure your visor's the right way. You want the short part of the visor to be in the back, and the longer part, or the wide, the more coverage area to be in the front, because when the visor swishes back, you see the lip is overhang here, so it would go back that way. So you're going to put this part in the front. That way you don't see the line going across his face. But that is the way it's supposed to work. Awesome. Then you have to work at making sure your light doesn't put a circle in his visor. I mean, come on. That's going to be an issue. And once you position the head to where you want it, then you snap on your visor, and then you've got it right where you want it, and you just have to lift it up and reposition his head, and he is good to go. So cool. So neat. This guy's so easy to pose around. It's just so awesome. Alright, let's look at some of his other accessories equipped. You have to get your fingernail under there. I've already popped it out a little bit if you have any fingernails. If not, you might have to use an X-Acto knife or something that is really tiny, but you get it under there and then you bring out that little piece and it is super tiny, so be very careful about that. So you set that back there and then you can get the holster piece here, which is the exact same shape. And so you just plug that in there. And now you have your rascal laser phaser there on the side. And of course you can pull that out of the it's tight fit. It's more of a pop out of the holster. And then I've got his trigger finger equipped here, tight fit. And I worked it because this gun is kind of a soft rubber, not too gummy, but it's soft enough so you can get it in that hand and then put that trigger finger right into the trigger area, and there he is ready to aim and fire. Cool looking. He's ready. Then equipping that fist again, just give it a little bit of a tilt. And you can use his laser gauntlet and you just go right over that fist, right over that full arm and just press it on in. That's a soft strap there that'll just fit right over it. And now you have his laser gauntlet ready to go. So this is a little different incarnation of that compared to, you know, what we saw in the cartoon, so to speak. He's ready to blast his way. Setting it on stun. Cool. And there he is with his laser blade. Now let's go ahead and turn him around here and you'll see that there's another one of those little fingernail marks here that you go in, you pop that little piece out. You see another little small piece here, not quite as small as the other one. And then you take this other piece that fits right in there. It clones that, except it has a holster, or a sheath I should say, attached to it. That way you can slide his laser blade right into that sheath and it's equipped. He could even reach back there and look like he's grabbing it. Turn around here and you can see him in action. So cool. Go ahead and put his arm down so you get an idea of what it looks like with him equipped with his light blade or laser blade sticking out of his back there above his shoulder. Buzz Lightyear to Star Command. Come in, Star Command. Why don't they answer? Alright, taking a look at the back of our Buzz Lightyear again. Let's go ahead and unplug this sheath that has the laser blade on it and take a look at his awesome jetpack. And that also will plug into that same hole, and what it does is it meets the edges of his back armor back there, so it looks like it is attached perfectly. Check that out. Isn't that nice? Really nice looking all the way around. The details on that blaster, which are so cool. Check this out. If you got any blast effects from one of your Iron Man or any of your action figures that may have come with a blast effect, and then you have some tacky, just put in that hole up in there. There's a good size hole in that barrel, and then you just tack those right in there. And unfortunately he didn't come with any, but you can certainly simulate some or use whatever color you have and have some blasters coming out of his jetpack. Really cool. Awesome. And before he blasts off and says to infinity and beyond, let's go ahead and flip him around here and look at another interesting thing. You can actually take out these simulated fold-up wings here. So you kind of just pop them out, and then the corresponding colors that he comes with, you just plug those right back in there. Red on his left, green on his right. They pop right in there, and now you have his jetpack ready to go to infinity and beyond. And there he goes, looking awesome. Some actual shimmer to that red side, looking cool. And a little bit on the green too. Awesome. Now, one of the things we'll note, now he does come with this piece that kind of goes and it expands out here. Unfortunately, he doesn't come with a stand, but he comes with a stand accessory. So this kind of goes between his crotch and then around his waist, and this supports his back up in there. And then you can mount him for flying poses or whatever, and we'll look at that in a minute. But if you don't want to use that and you want him to kind of hover, we'll take a look at that as well. You can remove this little piece right here, this little round piece. Get your fingernail up under there. You don't want it to shoot across the room. Another tiny little piece to keep up with, but you can plug a stand right in the back of that spot and have him hover, which is awesome. And that is all of his accessories, I do believe, and all of his features. Now let's take a look at some comparisons. I want to do a lot of comparisons here, and I do have, full transparency, our Lightyear's ankle drop down engaged, so he's as tall as he's going to get. Plus he's got his swoosh dome visor down, so that's, you know, him at his tallest. And on his right there is Figma's Gridman, and on the left Figma's Samus from Metroid. And boy, I hope they will do a Metroid Dread version with the blue and silver. That would be so cool. But that's one of my favorite action figures, and I think she looks good with our Lightyear here. Awesome. Here is next to some Hasbro Black Series Star Wars figures if you wanted your Buzz to jump into the Star Wars action scene. He's a little taller than these guys. Of course, you could shrink him down a little bit with those boots like I was mentioning with the drop down method, push back in. But there he is with the one that was played by Sasha Banks and the Mandalorian on the right, and then of course a Stormtrooper on the left from the Black Series. And sticking with the Star Wars theme, here's our SH Figuarts team of course, the Mandalorian and the child. Grogu there with the Lightyear, and I think they fit in good together. And here's our Lightyear next to one of his counterparts, which is again Lightyear in the orange suit from the movie, which I got from that Target exclusive pack. That's where I got some of those accessories you see in the background, like this, and a little control panel back there. Those little objects, they do not come with this Buzz Lightyear, but he comes with that Target exclusive 2-pack that has Alicia and Buzz together there, and has that little computer stand, and he's got a helmet and a rifle. But anyway, you can see that he's quite a bit taller than our SH Figuarts Buzz, but not too bad when you do that, you know, drop down method. And then there's a Jazz Wars Fortnite figure on the left, just to give you an idea of the comparison there. They fit in pretty good together. And just for fun here is our Lightyear next to our Supermen. First of all, he is greeting the Mafex solar suit Superman on the right there, and there he is in his classic comic book red, blue, and yellow. Superman there on the left, again also Mafex, and I think they look great together, about the same height here, and they would work. Cool, they could team up. Now we're going to take a look at a comparison between the Mattel Alpha suit and socks action figure here with our SH Figuarts action figure. And if nothing else, we're going to be able to pair up socks with our Buzz Lightyear. And here they are side by side, and the first thing that's obvious is he's a lot bigger than our SH Figuarts Buzz, but also a little bit more toyish, childish looking, especially in the face, I believe. Pretty good expression there, but just not the the realism that we get here. You can slide on his gauntlet laser. He does not come with the visor or any alternate heads or hands. We'll look at socks in just a minute. There they are back to back, as you can see. About half an inch taller and bulkier and bigger in a lot of respects. And just to take a look at his articulation very quickly in comparison here, his head is not really able to look up and down very much at all. That's about as far up as it'll go, and that's not very much. He will turn side to side. You can, you know, move it a little bit, but it's just very limited on the head motion there. His arm will go 360. He will be able to strike better than 90 degrees. There is a bicep swivel, double jointed elbow, hinge, and swivel at the wrist. He has an excellent diaphragm. That's one of the highlights. He's able to go all the way around that way, and then he also has a swivel and hinge at the waist. So when you put it all together, he's going to be able to bend back about that far. He's going to be able to crunch forward about that much, and he'll be able to, of course, turn side to side and get around that way. He can do full splits, which is excellent. He has a thigh rotation, double jointed knees. He's going to be able to get about that much down and not very much up, because it's going to hit here. Very limited rockers, but it is present. It's just not very much, but you're going to be able to get some, which is okay. And he'll be able to kick up better than 90. He'll be able to kick back pretty good amount. So not bad for this other Mattel Buzz Lightyear, especially if you can't get a hold of the other one. I know there's really no comparison when you look at the accessories and the detail and just the overall realism, but this is a decent action figure in and of itself. His little laser gauntlet kind of straps on. You see where it straps on there, so you'll have to kind of position that, but he'll be able to, of course, strike a pose with his laser however you'd like him to. But really nice Buzz Lightyear. No butterfly joint. It will shift a little bit there, but virtually no butterfly joint. So just overall though, a pretty nice looking action figure. But here, without further ado, let's look at the real star of this package, especially when we're focusing in on our you know, Buzz Lightyear from SH Figuarts, and that is Sox. That's right. Let's go ahead and take a look at Sox here. He can go side to side with his head. So not a whole lot, not up and down or anything, but just side to side. His feet are going to be able to go out and back. He does have a little bit of a diaphragm swivel there, so he can go really all the way around. So you can get that pose, and then to be able to adjust whether he's sitting or laying, you can even swivel these back legs back here, which is really nice. And his tail swivels, so he'll be able to lay down or play or sit or get in his crate, which he also comes with this handy dandy little crate, which is cool. Little door opens, and of course you can slide him right in there. Meow. Meow. And there you have it. Let's pose him up with our SH Figuarts Buzz Lightyear. And there he is holding the crate with Sox inside, and you can see the comparison there as far as the size. I think it works great. I mean, I don't think it's too big. That is so cool. So now let's look at him holding Sox. He's going to get him out of the crate and check out Sox in Buzz's hand. And there's a look at our Buzz Lightyear and Sox. And that is just so cool. I believe there's all kinds of little cute poses that you could get Sox in with this Buzz, and that is just really neat. I think this Buzz is very expressive. I mean, he's just able to, you know, get into so many different poses, and it's just cool. I mean, let's go ahead and turn Sox's head. Oops. Here we go. He's going to pose for the camera as well. Very cool. So you can see that it is just neat. I think they size up okay. He may be a tad big, but I think that's great. That works, right? All right. Thank you so much for joining us for this special Super Dave review of this SH Figuarts Buzz Lightyear, our Lightyear in his Alpha suit, and little socks here now. But thank you again for joining us, and please come back and see us soon. We are going to be doing Thundercats Chitara by Super 7 next, and we have some other figures coming up the pipeline, so come on back and see us. Please like if you've enjoyed this video, subscribe if you've not yet done so, and comment if you enjoyed. See you next time. Be blessed.